are going to be exempt from failing. If they do fail, you get the supports in place and you help them get back up and try again. You know, it's a learning process for everybody.
If you've ever watched the movie Lorenzo's Oil, and I fell in love with that movie, the kid was getting worse and worse every second, but the parents never gave up on the kid. And that was what, I was literally crying in the classroom, because it's like, now those are some parents who never give up on their kids, and that's the same thing my parents are doing.
It's nice to know that you can connect and network with other parents. That's a big component.
I don't want to be in high school anymore. I want to be in college. I want to go to college like the rest of the people do and take classes and, just be a college student.
Well, I would say to make a binder of your goals. Like write down your goals and the things that you want to accomplish for the future.
Yes, I still look for get my own house. I like to move on in my life now.
Yeah, I've got my goals in here that I like to read a lot sometimes a week or so.
My long-term goal that I've always had is to look in the mirror and go, you know what, this is me, Michelle Conroy. I know what I'm going to do today. I know I have a job that will help support me. I know I can support myself. I know I can just keep on making my parents proud, and specifically making myself proud, because that's my main goal, to make myself proud.
Every family situation is different, but finding where your child is happy and thinking, are they actually using the skills that they are best at?
I'm ready to take on the world with all the challenges and able to figure out things like all on my own, and not having to call mom and dad up and say, hey mom, hey dad, I need your help again, and just being really independent.
Independence is so individualized. Some students can be independent at work, but they're going to need supports in the home, or some of them can be completely independent in community activities, but they need support at home and on the job. It is so individually tailored to what each student needs that it's not a blanket statement. You can't say what independence is and what independence isn't.
The biggest barrier right now is funding. So that's what you'll have a lot of students that are transitioning out of school, and they may or may not have a waiver, and their service facilitator may not have been involved with them that much because they've had their parents that are doing all that advocating when they're in school.
Well, I do want to thank Mom for helping me write the stuff down and making sure those binders are nice and neat so I can take care of my own stuff after I move out.
Well, the biggest thing with waivers right now is just to make sure your child is on every waiting list possible. Just tell them, I want to be on the waiting list for all the waivers, because there are different waivers in the counties now, and I'm sure there'll be different ones coming down the road.
You know that if you're trying hard or if you're not trying hard. And I feel like if people are saying that they can't do it, maybe they're right. Maybe they're not able to do this certain work with learning because that's part of their disability. But I feel like that there's no such thing as can't, and I know that they can just try. All they can do is try, and if they don't get it, then they can just keep on trying, and they should not get themselves down, because all they know that is you're just trying, and people get upset with you. Don't get down, because you know that you're just trying your best.
When you send your child to kindergarten, you really wonder if they'll handle the bus very well. You send your child on to junior high, you wonder if they're going to be able to navigate the school. Every step along the way seems like, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Same thing with high school, and then on afterwards. So my advice to friends who are younger with their children, I just say, you'll be surprised. Don't fear. Just take the next step and access all the resources that you hear about that you possibly can include in your busy calendar.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Shield, and I am 32 years old. I live at Victory Parkway Lab, learning how to be independent and living on my own. I have a lot of friends. I'm very active. I have Down syndrome, and I'm darn proud of it. If I can do it, you can do it too. If you do nothing else with this, please remember to, number one, get in contact with DDS and your service facilitator. Number two, sign up for every waiver you can. Number three, connect with as many people, places, and programs that you can. Keep expanding your personal bubble to build and strengthen relationships that are both personal and professional. Number four, keep talking about independence. You want your voice to be heard, and setting short-term and long-term goals. They can support you with your lifestyle, number one, and two, taking little tiny baby steps to understand how important I am and how that goes into play with being independent. And last but not least, teach other people how to be themselves. We can achieve. We can do stuff. And if you can't see that, then I can't help you.